Yo, what's going down, Commander? Sad day today, really. This discussion needs to happen sooner or later, and Kixeye need to start listening a little bit, I feel. I've watched God knows how many people threaten to quit the game over the last 3 or 4 days, purely because of this event and the way they've structured it, the way they've made us use basically five units total, if you include the heroes. 2 of the units in the orbiters and the Mojave don't do nothing to the bases. So it's left down to the moon skaters and the hero marina and the meteor storm. The sandstorm Mark II hasn't been relevant for a few events now. It needed buffing at least, and the same with the Rhino X. And I don't understand why Kixeye are just doubling down on this. It's obvious that the player base is pretty upset. The player base isn't happy with the way things are going, especially with the retaliation event. That's just as bad as this event now. But it's like doubling down on it. It's kind of making the event suck in the hopes that people just coin the stuff. And I have seen a bunch of people coining the new unit, the Foxhound, is it called? Lady Hand, something like that. I've seen people coining it. They're posting it, showing off about it. But that can't be a lot of money earned through people just coining it for the sake of it. Pushing players away from the game, making people say, well, I can't do it. I haven't got this unit leveled, or I haven't got this unit. My units ain't high enough level, so they ain't putting enough effort into it. And when they done that, we've changed what are the name of the bases? Is it the recruits? We've changed the recruit bases. We've made them easier. But they didn't tell us that they made the officer bases slightly harder. What? Where do they get off doing this shit, pulling this shit? I've got no issues with them doing things and telling people. But when they do things and they don't say anything and they think we're stupid, that's when there's a problem. You know, no one in their right mind is going to, well, maybe a couple of players are going to hit the recruit bases over and over and over and over and over again. God knows how many times. I think it's going to be 80, 90 times before you've bought everything in the store. And then to up the officer base, you're not giving players a chance. You keep saying you're here because of the players, but everything that Kixeye touch, everything Kixeye do, just of late, just over this last 6 months, maybe 8 months, has been detrimental to the players. You know, we had a good event, Sector Breach, where they introduced a unit that turns out to be a lot of fun. And now they're pulling this shit. I'm so glad I don't put them, well, I try not to put the coin in I used to. Can't justify it no more. I cannot justify what Kixeye are doing to this game. Do you know what? I ain't even done this event properly, and I don't think I'm going to. I didn't buy the Mojave. I think it's the Mojave store. I didn't buy the Mojave tokens. I'll do it next event, main event. I'll get the Mojave tokens. I'll take it to 20. Me hanger isn't even maxed out. I've left that. It's why? Why do Kixeye just constantly? They introduce something good and then they take it away. Instead of improving on what they've got, they try to make it worse. And it's not worse. It's worse in the way it's drawn out. It's more drawn out. It's more of a grind. And then they make it more of a grind and more of a grind until the point the players are just going, well, fuck this game. I'm walking away. I've seen, it must be 30 or 40 people. I know a lot of people say they're going to quit and then they don't really. But when you're seeing that many in one event, over my page and the Facebook page and the Discord server, you got to question that if there's 30 there, how many more people have done it without saying anything? Gone, right, I've had enough. They're not doing anything for the players. They're rinsing the coiners off at this point. That's all they're doing, is rinsing what's left in the game. And hopefully these guys don't stop coining, because they've put so much money into it. They feel like they have to continue putting money into it. And Kixeye ain't going to change while people keep just fucking flooding the coffers with coins. You know, they think they're onto a right thing. They are in a bit of a panic. You can tell they're in a bit of a panic. The way they put some more stuff into the event prize store in the hopes it might draw a few more players into playing it. Over the past couple of weeks, they've been trying to change things on the fly. It shouldn't need to be changed on the fly. This should have been tested and retested and gone, right, is this okay? Is this, you know, are people going to enjoy this, or are they going to walk away, stop playing? I know I've played some very little over this weekend. I've actually been playing another game I'll show you here. I've been playing this one, Hells of Torment. It was released in 1997, I think. It's a fucking lot of fun. It cost me about $3 on Steam. $3, and I've played it fucking probably over the last 3 days, probably 24 hours or so. Because I just hate the thought of facing this fucking game and facing this event where it's just restricting us after restricting us after restricting us. Used to be three units plus their heroes we could use in these events. Now it's 2 units plus their heroes plus Meteor Strike. I'm not going to include Rhino X or the Sandstorm because I've not used them at all in this event, so I can't say that there was any use of them whatsoever, because Kixeye don't want to keep them up to date. They don't want to make sure that these units are still valuable in these events. All they want to do is create damage for us players, and in my opinion, way too much damage, and just continue to follow through with this plan of destroying their own creation. Well, it ain't their own creation, sorry. It's been sold twice. The game that they bought for 90 million plus US dollars. They paid fucking a lot of money for it, to destroy it. And since Friendly Fixer come into the picture, it's gone from worse to fucking even worse. Every step that he said he was going to do, he hasn't followed through with, or he has partially. He said there was improvements coming to PvP. There was improvements to this. He's got an idea for a new event that's a bust. I'm sorry, but Retaliation is a bust. But swallow your pride and go, okay, right, this isn't fucking what I had envisioned. And revert back. Revert back to Holdout. Improve on what you've got in Holdout, which players adored. And it seems like any event that the players enjoy, Kixeye are looking for ways to get rid of it so they can put something in place that no one likes. It's a sorry state of affairs, and it's just only going to get worse because we've got people at the helm that really don't understand the real-time strategy game. They've got no clue. And that's the God's honest truth. They've got no clue. And it's such a shame. It really is. Because at the Principal, I had some fun last week playing with them Moonies. And then I had fun up until Friday, once this event started, and I watched the guys doing the event over the live stream. And I was like, oh my days, this is going to be fucking horrible. Because the units that they're giving us to play these events, none of them are very good. They've got their uses, very limited uses, but they're not good units. You're not going out, you're not using them in your PvP. You might use one Moonscaper in your PvP team to get the Uncloak. You're not using them. They're not a spam unit. Same with the Orbiters. They've got literally no use in the game. So maybe in your Skyguard. That's it. You know? It's bonkers. It really is bonkers. And they just keep doing it, regurgitating junk after junk after junk. The same unit with a different name. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I needed to have this rant. I feel sorry for the guys that have had enough. I think a lot of us are. I know I've taken a slight step back and gone, right, I've got to find something else to do. I've got to find something else to do with my time rather than play this. All I did with this event, basically, I put a couple of videos out, but I ran the units into the base. If I got three or four run throughs or 3 or 4 of one base, I sent them back to me. Excuse me, my base. I hit repair and I logged off and I went and played something else. So they're not making me want to play for longer. They're making me want to play for less. And if I can spam a tune into the base, I'll do that all day long. Spam it in, let it repair for a couple of hours, go do something else. I'm not wasting my time on this fucking game 24/7. PvP's a lot of fun at the minute. They need to change some bits in it. But with the Unis, we're having fun. Why can't they reproduce that in the main events? Anyway, rant over. I don't know how you guys feel, but it's disgusting in my opinion. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.